If you have any money in a traditional savings account, then you are missing out. Usually, savings account earn you an interest of like 0.01 to like 0.06% if you're really lucky. However, high yield savings account can earn you anywhere between like 2 to 4 5% in today's market. So I would highly recommend looking into a high yield savings account. And a lot of people don't know this, but there are a bunch of high yield savings account out there that will pay you like anywhere between 3 to 4% interest, and you don't need a minimum account balance. So you could have a total of like $5 in your high yield savings account and you'll be totally fine, and they're not going to charge you any fees. But then again, that depends on what bank you go with. I personally have a high yield savings account with Discover. I have no fees on the account whatsoever, and I could have a minimum balance of 0 and still will be charged no fees just to have the account open. So let's do some math just to show you guys how much interest you guys could be making in a high yield savings account. So I'm using this calculator through American Express. I am not affiliated with American Express in any way, but this is just showing you guys the math of how much interest you guys can make if you open up a high yield savings account. Currently, American Express is offering 3.8%. As I'm recording this, it is January 24th, 2025, so I'm not too sure how much this interest rate is going to change. But yeah, let's say you throw in $100 in a high yield savings account. By the end of year one, you would have made $4 in interest, which is much better than any traditional savings account that you could have. That would pay you an interest rate of 0.01%. You might be making pennies. Instead, you're at least making $4 here for the year. And in 3 years, you could have made $12, and in 5 years, a whole $20. So you're $20 richer just for having your money in a high yield savings account rather than just having that $100 just sitting in your traditional savings account. So let's up the numbers a little bit. So let's say $500, right, in a high yield savings account. By the end of year one, at a rate of 3.8%, you would get about 20 bucks. In 3 years, at the same interest rate, you would have gotten about $60. And then 5 years, you would have gotten paid $102. So $102 in 5 years at this current interest rate just for having your money sitting in a bank account. And if you're going to have this money sitting in a traditional savings account anyways, then why not just throw your money in a high yield savings account? I mentioned before I have a savings account with Discover, interest rate of like 3.6%, and I have about $4,000 in there. And every year or every month, I get an interest payment of like between 12 to 13 bucks. So every single month, which is pretty fantastic. So let's just do the math on that. So let's just say I get 12 bucks every month times 12, so I'm making like 144 bucks just for having my money sitting in that high yield savings account. So let's bump up the number even more. Let's just say you have $1,000 that you want to put in. So by the end of year one, at the interest rate of 3.8%, you can get 40 bucks. End of year three, 118, and year five, $200. $200 just for having your money. That's just insane. Having your money sitting in there. I think high yield savings account is a great cheat code for people that have money in savings, and this will give you even more incentive to have your money in a savings account, because you're like, oh, the more I have in a savings account, the more interest I'll be earning every month. So this is a good check on yourself as well. So it just goes crazy. So $5,000 end of year one, 190, end of year three, almost 600, year five, you got $1,000 by 5 years at this current interest rate. It is just insane how you could just kind of build on this. Again, $10,000, almost 400, 3 years, $1,200 almost, and then by end of year five, you got $2,000. So yeah, and there's a bunch of high yield savings account out there that offer 0% interest rate. So as you can see, I have this article from NerdWallet just going over the best high yield savings account as of January 2025, up to 4.75%. So one of the ones they have here, American Express, as you can see, minimum balance of $0 for the APY. And then going down, there's a couple of them that I haven't heard of before, but I just highlighted them because it says minimum of 0. So this one here, you can earn 4%. And like I said, Discover Online Savings. This is the one I have, and this is the one I would recommend because this is the one I actually use. I don't have a referral link or anything like that, but just showing you guys 3.75%, minimum balance of 0, and even just going through here, you can see kickstart your savings with $100, $150, or $200 bonus offer. Just showing you guys how awesome this is. So you can see that there is a 0 monthly fee, non-sufficient funds fee of 0, minimum open deposit is $0. So you could open this account with $0. I love this account by Discover. Like I said, I use it, and it is just fantastic to be able to have my money sit in there and just pay me interest every month. So yeah, it just, mess around with this. However much money you might have, like $250, you could get paid $10 in interest for first year at the current interest rate, $30 for 3, and about $51 for 5 years. So yeah, if this video hasn't sold you already in just trying to open a high yield savings account, or at least consider it, like I said, I gain nothing from you keeping your money in a traditional savings account or opening this high yield savings account. This is just something that you have to consider for yourself. I don't get any referrals from any of the accounts that I just referenced for you guys. Ultimately, I'm just telling you guys how I'm saving my money, like where I'm putting it, how I'm getting a monthly interest payment from Discover, and just showing you guys all of that. And I just want you guys to save and be able to provide for your family. And yeah, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.